What's up, everybody? Welcome in, and today we're going to be taking a look at something new to the channel. This is a Halo action figure. It is the Master Chief from Halo 4. I actually stopped playing Halo around Halo 3, but I kind of moved into the Call of Duty video game world as far as that goes. Once Halo 3 kind of hit, I was just a little bit done with that. But I just happened to be walking through the store the other day, good old Ross, and they just happened to have this Master Chief figure, and he was $4.99. And Master Chief was such an important part of my young life, my early video game stage of life, I guess you would say. And just as far as, like, you know, hanging out with friends, being young, Halo started the whole system link thing for me, where you actually load your console as well as your TV up, take that stuff over to your friend's house, and then you could all connect up to a hub and play each other without being on the same TV. This was revolutionary technology back then. This was before we had basically internet, so it was the only way we could play against each other without split screen, if even anyone knows what split screen is in 2024. But it was something we had to deal with back in the early 2000s. But anyways, we have the Spartan here, Master Chief with accessories. It says the Spartan Collection. The box is a little bit damaged. This did come from Ross, like I mentioned, so we don't expect a whole lot when it comes from the boxes. On the back, we've got a really nice picture of the Master Chief. It says Halo Spartan Collection, Master Chief, Halo 4 with accessories, Molgener, Mk4 mod armor, Arc 920 railgun, M363 RPD sticky detonator, as well as additional hands. And then also in Series 6, it looks like we've got Linda, Spartan Venator, and Carter A259. No idea who these guys are. Really no interest in collecting these guys. I'm here for the Master Chief all day long. I would like to get some grunts, some elites, some stuff like that from this line, if they even make those, and kind of add at least one of those to my collection, maybe a few grunts and stuff, just to kind of army build with them a little bit. But as far as the Master Chief, he's the only Spartan I need. I would like to get the Halo 1, 2, or 3 Spartans as well, just because the armor is going to be different. But we've taken a look at this guy's box. We've talked long enough. Let's get him pulled out of here. Alright, so I've never opened one of these boxes before. It was kind of open when I got it from Ross. It was kind of busted apart a little. So there we have the Master Chief pulled out of the plastic, and it just has that kind of matrixy black and white looking stuff in the background. Not too bad. As we take a closer look at him, it looks like he has a piece of plastic holding the hands in, and then the rest of it just looks like plastic prison work. I do not see any actual bands holding the Master Chief in, so that's pretty cool too. We're gonna pop all these accessories out. Maybe. There we go. Weapon numero dos. We'll set him down. For additional hands, which we're not going to get all of these out and go through them, we have a saluting hand, a pointer finger, the other hand pointer finger, and then two fisted hands in case you want to set him up in that sort of way. And maybe for the final impressions, we'll do something like that, switch out some of the hands. But I know I'm going to want at least one of the weapon gripping hands in his hand so that he can hold his weapon. So let's get the Spartan stood up here. Let's go ahead, and we don't want to fully go over his articulation. I'm just kind of getting him posed up a little bit just so he'll look cool standing here. Maybe throw this rifle in his hand. Maybe not. I'd hate for the weapons to not fit. That would be sad. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is when you give somebody weapons that doesn't fit in their hand. So I'm going to go ahead and slip off camera for just a second, see if I can get this weapon situated, and we'll be right back. All right, actually was able to get that weapon in his hand. Not too bad at all once I wasn't trying to work around the camera stand and everything. So he looks really good. Pet peeve, no longer a pet peeve. The gun went right into his hand. His other hand looks like it's holding on to the bottom of the barrel or the longer extension. I don't know that that has a barrel because it shoots like a plasma thing out of here, so it's like the hollow space in the middle is kind of the barrel. Not exactly sure how plasma rifles work, okay, but that's all right. It looks cool. The brown looks a little different in contrast with the green, and this is a really cool looking figure. So let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He can look to the left. He can also look to the right. He cannot do a full 360 spin, just his head starts hitting here, and I'm not sure if that's the only reason, but that's definitely a reason. As far as looking down, he can look down pretty good. He can't look up that high. I guess he can. It just kind of snaps into place, and that's cool. It's actually got a snap, like, stop point, so his head won't just bobble around. As far as his arms go, let's just work with this left side over here just because they're both going to be exactly the same. So the shoulder will swivel all the way around. It will pop clear on out. So it will go up to here, it will go down to here, and I didn't know these parts were removable, but hey, that's just something else that's cool. It looks like we do have, yep, we've got a bicep swivel in here. We do have a double jointed pinned elbow. So he can get a pretty good bend up in here. Some of the armor on his forearm there is kind of hindering it from going any higher than that, but he can get up to his head. I think that's pretty good right there. He's actually articulates really well. As far as his wrist goes, it will spin all the way around as well as it will go down, and you can arch it back. So fully articulated in the wrists. He does have a diaphragm cut right here, and it works perfect with his armor. You can't even tell it's there. The way that, well, you can when you go up in the back, but the way the Master Chief's armor is, it worked out perfect for this style of diaphragm cut. And he can go back, he can go forward, he can party boy from side to side. Works out really good. As far as his legs, let's see. Ooh, he doesn't want to do the splits very well. It looks like that's about as far as he's going to go when it comes to doing the splits, but we didn't really see John Spartan, the Master Chief, doing the splits too often anyway. His legs are a little bit loose. They do kind of wobble, but they do seem to support him good when you plop him down. We do not have the drop hips, but we do have double jointed pinned knees. You can see the pin here, and then that will allow him to get a pretty good bend there, which kind of a different looking knee here. It's got a lot bigger space here in the center than I'm used to seeing with some other figures, and it kind of looks weird right there. From the front, it's not as bad, but I don't think anybody is really going to probably bend his legs all the way up like that anyway. If you do, hey, that's on you, and you can just know that it's probably going to look a little funny. So that was the articulation on the Spartan down to the knees. I guess, oops, let's not forget the ankles and the toes. So they are on a ball joint. They can rock back and forth, as well as tip up and tip down. And it looks like, yep, he's also got a little toe joint here. It doesn't bend much, but it bends enough that you would be able to pose him, I think, on that flat surface if most of the weight is on the other foot. And then just to get a quick look at him from the back, let's see, looks like maybe a little button or something here. Not sure exactly what that is. Does the weapon plug in possibly on there? No. Maybe an energy sword or something can fit in there, and I just don't happen to have one of those currently. But really cool figure. The glossy, shiny, metallic visor that you can see there, that's awesome. I mean, that looks like metal, vac metal, gold, and really happy with this figure. Hoping to find a few more of these. Like I said, I'd like to find the Grunt and the Elite to the line just to kind of set them up together perhaps. Maybe, I don't know, did they make a Cortana? I don't even know. I'm going to have to start researching this Spartan line a little bit because I am thoroughly impressed with this figure, and I would like to see what they offer with some of the alien figures as well. You know me, I like the monsters and the weird looking, darker, cool stuff. So This here is the Master Chief from Halo 4. Let's go ahead and go over our final thoughts, which are just basically going to be he's awesome. He fully articulates, he stands well, no need for a figure stand. The guns do appear true to game, they look really good. They really didn't pull any punches on the details, and to find this figure for $5 I feel like is a complete steal. He is rated for 8 and over. Now maybe that's due to choking hazards for little pieces or something like that, I'm not sure, but this is definitely an awesome figure, guys. I would say 2 thumbs up for the Master Chief. Super happy I came across him because he wasn't even on my radar. So 2 thumbs up for him. If you guys would, go ahead and give a thumbs up to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.